everyone, it's Bob Crossan, Senior Managing Editor for Water and Waste Digest. I'm here with Ifetayo Venner. She is the current president of WEF as of yesterday. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, we're at WEFTEC right now. What has kind of caught your eye at this WEFTEC? It seems to be much more of a return to form from pre-COVID even.
Yeah, I think we'll obviously wait and see the final numbers, but it's absolutely, I think, probably at least double from last year, which has been amazing to see. You can hear all the excitement and the noise and, definitely lots of things to do. As usual with WEFTEC, you can never do everything.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see that this year. So it's been really exciting for us to see, and I think really exciting from the perspective of attendees. I think a lot of them have just been saying how wonderful it is that it looks normal again.
Yeah.
And they're just so happy to be back.
Yeah. Has anything caught your eye as you've been walking the show floor or going to your sessions and stuff?
Well, as usually, on the board, unfortunately, we get a lot of effort in sort of the business of WEF.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of things, but we don't get to see as many sessions and walk the floor as probably as much as we like when we were regular WEF members, I guess. But just the community and just being able to see all these folks many of whom I haven't seen in a really long time.
Yeah.
And walking through the exhibit floor, I had something. I was going from one end of the convention center to the other day, and I was doing this. Like, I had to be weaving through people, which did not happen last year, and missed that part. It was crowded. It was absolutely crowded, and everybody was having conversations at the exhibit floor and all of that. And then just meeting and having meetings with our various partners, from the various international delegations, and just really pushing the strategic plan. All the folks talking about communication and telling their water stories and things like that has been really great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, why don't we talk a little bit about some of the business side of things, right? What are some of the core areas that WEF is currently focused on?
Right, so the board adopted a new strategic plan this year, and that has really been the culmination of about 14 months of work.
Okay.
We had not done a major strategic planning exercise in about 11 years or so.
Oh, wow.
And so we refreshed it twice. But obviously with the pandemic and the acceleration of how much water sector is moving as far as innovation, it really just behooved us to sort of blow it up a little bit and start from scratch and saying, what is it that the sector needs from us moving forward? And so we, as I said, took a step back. We hired a really great consulting firm to kind of partner with us through that. We spent 4 months talking to our members. We spent that time also, by the survey and focus groups of our various sectors and stakeholders within WEF. And then we also talked to folks outside of the sector, and water touches everyone.
Yep.
So we spent some time doing that and asking them, what do you need from us and where do you think the sector needs to go?
Yeah.
And what they really told us was, top of mind workforce challenges, getting more folks into the sector, getting out from telling our stories to ourselves, or not really. We have a business that is in the ground or hidden. The water resource recovery facilities are hidden, and then that means a lot of times that we have been. And so we're not out there, and that really hinders our ability to attract a workforce. It really hinders our ability to attract investment and to improve some of the access challenges that we have in this country and worldwide. So we need to change that, and so our focus really is on amplifying the stories of the people, the work that we're doing, and why we need more folks in here in the water sector. And so again, that's really our 3-year outcome statement. Spending, again, our goal 1 is on workforce.
Yeah.
Who is here, bringing more people in. What of those jobs are we bringing in that are necessary for that new world of water, and then keeping them here, right? So that's the whole, how are we training them, how are we networking them, mentoring them, so that they stay and move forward into higher positions. And then the community, our second goal is sort of developing that purpose-driven workforce that people say that they just come to WEF for that community. That was the number one thing folks told us, so that we can connect them to each other and inspire them to go out and do the great work that they do in their communities. And then the last one is really moving towards that circular water economy. A lot of the folks in here spend a lot of time already on resource recovery, right? That's been a lot of our focus, but moving from we treat water and put it into the environment, which is a lofty, already an admirable thing that we do, but we have a lot of valuable products in our resources, which is really important as we, manage that, in face of climate change and all those things. So really amplifying that and the partnerships that are necessary with folks like agriculture and other industries who depend on water as
Yeah.
well, and leveraging that because we have valuable products with our water. And so those are our three main goals. And then again, all of that sort of taking us to what we thought was our ultimate vision that was expressed to us, which is that all of us get into the sector a lot of times because of the challenges, the water challenges we see. We want a life free of water challenges. And so that's our ultimate vision, and we want to inspire the water community to do that work. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's all fantastic. That's a great framework to start from. Are there things within 2023 that you guys are looking at to target to try and reach some of those things? Just looking at the actionables that you guys are trying to do.
Yeah. So again, you may have seen folks going around WEFTEC asking people to tell their water stories.
Yeah.
So we really started doing that. We had a cohort again around bringing communications professionals more into water. We have a partnership with Wastewater Labs, who puts on a communications event every year now called Catalyst. Excellent summit. And so we brought 10 of them, a partnership between Wastewater Labs and WEF to WEFTEC, so that we really start showing that collaboration with all the different jobs that are so necessary in delivery of our infrastructure and our services. And so that is one of the things that we're really going to be focused on, getting the stories out there. A lot of the other parts, we're now sort of going into the activation phase of that strategic plan that having just been passed. And so we spend a lot of time talking with our volunteer leaders, our House of Delegates, our committees, and how do we move that into our member associations that really are on the state level to kind of help partner with us to do that work. We are looking to have a convening around the circular water economy next year.
Oh, fantastic.
And already, making the effort to sort of talk to those partners in those various sectors that we want to be in that convening to say how do we advance towards that. So that's we've started that already. We're working on we have a member engagement transformation task force that's underway into how we do our communities better, so that we can connect people better and provide them with the tools we need. So we've started, but again, we're really moving into that now, out of the planning phase into that activation phase. So.
Yeah, and now that WEFTEC is tailing off a little bit.
Exactly. Well, after I get a little rest, and I'm sure everybody else that has been involved, because there's a lot of work involved to put this together from so many different areas, especially like on the staff side, that we'll take a little break, small break, and then get out into the activating this plan that we're so excited about. So.
Yeah, lots of great work to be done here in the industry, and
but
like
lots
you
of great
said,
people to do it.
Yes, and more people to come.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time with me today. And
thank you.
For everyone who's watching, check out our video description below. You can get some more information about the industry down there and about WEF, and we'll see you with the next one.